The worst was when I first started and I tried to do like different intros for different shows, and like I'm sitting there, so I'm doing the one with Toby, the Geekcast, right? And then I start doing If We Were at Nintendo with Sean, and I'm like sitting there for 5 minutes trying to figure out how to introduce it. And Sean's like, "Why don't you just do the same one you do for just do the same one for every show?" And then it just became like that's what I'm going to do for every show. And then when I got to Breaking Bells, I changed it up because I was like, "This is people are going to get tired. They're not going to know what. They're not going to know until I actually say welcome to this show what they're listening to." So they're like, "I want to listen to Breaking Bells today," and they hit the thing. They're like, "Wait a minute, is this Nintendo Talk? Oh, okay. Well, no, it's Breaking Bells." Okay. What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Breaking Bells. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by the amazing, the wonderful Hole.
Oh, you did it this time. Hello.
Hello. Hey, Pat, NintenTalk. What's up, buddy?
Hello, everyone. I'm a great guest.
So this, I'm not gonna lie. This topic for today, kind of, I stole from Pat, because Pat used to do this stuff to me, but I'm not gonna do the like over under.
This.
I'm not gonna do over under though. I just want to have the conversations about each thing.
Okay.
But I have 5 things that I'm gonna ask you guys. What are the possibilities of it? Like, what do you think the possibilities of Nintendo giving it to us or doing it for Animal Crossing New Horizons? So,
out of 10?
And what?
Like out of 10, or
what's the possibilities? I don't like.
Just like a okay.
Clearly, Holly and I don't know these questions, by the way.
Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know.
They
don't know which ones are coming out. I'm gonna start with you, Pat.
Okay.
What is the possibility that we get more Nintendo created paths or walkways?
This year, unlikely.
Mm-hmm.
But in the future, I think they might come out with more. I just think like it's a brand new feature in this game. Like, why not expand on it? You know, I feel like they gave us the basic tools, but now like people's islands are evolving, and it's kind of getting to the point where not a lot, but it's kind of getting rare to see the paths that were meant in the game. Like everyone has custom path patterns for their paths, so which is kind of funny because before the game, like on the 3DS, we would all use custom patterns, and we're like, oh man, I want Nintendo ones. They come out with them, we don't use them. But I think year 2,
I use them. I use them all. I love them. I think they're amazing.
Yeah,
that's why I want them so badly. It's because like you have them and you hear the click, click, clack, whatever as you're running across them. Then you put the customs down. And it's like deaf.
Muffled.
I wonder if they're gonna do like multiple piece ones. Like, are they gonna, or just like one palette? But I think this year unlikely. Next year, probably like a 60-40 chance. I'd say 60%.
Okay, Holly, what are you thinking? What's the possibilities that we get it?
I can't really add much more to that than what Pat has said. I feel kind of the same, if I'm honest. Yes, 60%. I'll go 65%.
So 65% chance you think we're gonna get Pat. I'm kind of with you guys. I don't think we'll get anything this year. I think ultimately what's going to wind up happening is probably we'll get some gigantic like quality of life update.
Yes.
Maybe in year 2, and that might be lumped in with it. Like, hey, here's 5 new paths, or 5 new walkways or whatever, which would be kind of cool, honestly.
Yeah.
Like a giant like creator update. Here's more waterscaping options with a water wheel.
Could you imagine that? So, to follow up with that one, because it's very similar, Holly, I'm coming to you with this one. I'm gonna start with you with this one. What is the possibilities that we get additional pattern slots for our custom patterns?
Okay. See, my heart is telling me that it needs to be very, very soon, and maybe in the next update. I feel like it's really hard to say because that's what I want. But realistically, I'm thinking possibly the beginning of next year. I think there is maybe a small chance in the next update because with the sort of spooky Halloween things, they might want us to open our custom design slots up a bit more for like Halloween patterns and stuff like that. But I think the most probable time is maybe going to be, like you said, a big quality of life update. Maybe start of next year to kind of kick it off with a bang. I'm not sure. I think it is likely though. Just I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Pat, what do you think? I know, Pat, you want it, but what's the possibility?
Holly's so nice. I love Holly. She's so nice.
Stop it. I'm not. I'm actually really horrible.
So here's the thing. I'm coming from two different angles here because I know that Nintendo's listening. All right, because like with some of the secret things that they added to the update, like they're definitely listening. You know, update to Abel's and stuff like that. And with the Dream Suite, they made it a point to have their custom patterns there. So like they definitely value them, but they haven't done anything in terms of like custom, like adding new features or like why is it that one pixel has to be gone for it to bend around a path? Like it seems kind of dumb that we have to do that. So I really do think that they'll address it this year. I think it's a big part of the community. I'm going to say 80%. I think we get more. Now, I don't think it's going to be like 40 more. I think it's literally going to be 5. I think it's going to be 5 to 10, and that's going to be it.
Oh, God.
I think one of two things happen. I think either we don't get them at all, or they separate. Meaning, because right now it's a shared pattern slots. Like, if you have 2 characters, you're sharing the pool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that never was that way in New Leaf, right? Mm-hmm. But in New Leaf, you had 12 for you, 12 for the next, 12 for the next, 12 for the next. So ultimately what they did was they gave you all those slots to one character as opposed to making you add characters to the game to get them. Because when I played New Leaf, I literally had 2 characters. And I would play the one character every single day to finally get to the point where, hey, we can go in and we can now... I can use this character to lay the bulk of the patterns, and then my character could lay 1 or 2, and then he'll do the flag and all that stuff. So I had like a maintenance man that once a week I would send him around to fix all the kicked up patterns or anything like that. So I really think that this is something that people want, and I just don't think Nintendo's going to give it to us. I really believe it, man. I think that they were...
Yeah, I feel like you're right, Pat, in the sense it's going to be like 5. They're going to be like, here you go, have 5 new spots.
I don't
Whereas
think
I want like 20. I need 20 more. I'd be happy with that.
Because here's the thing. We made do with 12. For how long?
I know.
So that's why...
Now.
So I think
they're listening, though. That's the point that's making me kind of question it.
Are they, like, Pat? Are they listening?
Yeah.
Really?
Really? Because makes me think they're
listening. They're listening to one aspect, and that's something that really, honestly, nobody asked for that. I didn't hear anybody ask for that. I've heard them ask like, "Hey, man, I want a shopping cart when I go shop." We didn't get that. I heard, "Hey, man, I want better crafting situation." We didn't get that. You know, I want stackable clams. We sure as hell didn't get stackable clams. So I think
we really need them though. I know it's become a meme at this point, but like the most popular pattern takes up 9 spots.
Yeah,
so it's like we're even smaller than what we really have. So
it's true,
man.
It's true.
I think they might go about it like Bobby said, though. The second character coming back.
Nice.
That would be good.
Okay, here we go. This is one that's heavily rumored. We thought we were going to get it. We didn't get it. What's the possibilities that farming is legitimate?
Starting with me, I'm assuming?
I'll start with you this time, Pat.
Okay. Man, you know what? Here's the scary thing. If it's true, it's coming soon. It has to be coming soon.
Yeah.
Like, fall update. I will say, like, I do want it, but I just hope it's not like... Maybe I do want that, though. Like, here's 10 different crops. You do. But that's going to take up a big part of your island. Yeah. You are going to have a farm if you want to like grow most of these, which is kind of cool. Farm core, I could see it. But I'm going to say I'm 50-50. It's a big update. This is game changing here. Yeah. I would say 50-50.
I just don't know. I feel like it's so out there. It's so different to like, but then I've said it before, like it's so different, but so was terraforming. Mm-hmm. Terraforming was such a huge thing. Like it's so different to anything we've ever had before. So in my head, I'm like, how would it work? But then I just don't know. Unless it's kind of like a pocket camp thing where you go to another little area and you've got your own dedicated farm. Like there's the whole flower thing on Pocket Camp.
Oh, the flower thing is amazing.
Yeah, so that I quite like that idea. Like maybe you just go to a separate part of like an island, not Halves Island, but something else that you don't necessarily have to have a loading screen for.
Yeah.
I just think the possibility, it just seems so out there. I'm going to say 50-50, but if it is going to happen, it's going to be in autumn because of all the harvest stuff and in time for like growing pumpkins and things like that and pumpkin carving, and that's what I'm thinking.
I hope they're not as lenient with flowers though. Like I really want us to like have to water things.
Yeah.
I want a chore because I think people should be punished a little bit for time travel. A little bit.
Well, no, there is.
I feel it as well. I feel it as well. I totally agree. As a time traveler, I get it.
there is no punishment for flowers. Like before, you literally did not water flowers. Like I remember,
you actually get rewarded for time traveling and having flowers. They grow more.
Yeah,
in hybrids.
Yeah,
yeah, hybrids, absolutely. And like whereas in previous games you'd get that horrible big like red flower. What is it? The Rafflesia. Yeah, that was.
Well, the other
bad
thing too was I remember like when I would go, like when I played City Folk, right? I got married during City Folk, and it's amazing. I got married with City Folk, and two Animal Crossings later, I'm divorced. But so I went to.
Oh wait. Can't take
That's
it.
all, guys. I'll see you next
It's facts,
week.
man. It's facts.
Yeah,
but anyway,
watching.
so when we were playing City Folk, we couldn't take that with us. We couldn't take the Wii to Disney where we got married. So we literally spent like a day picking our favorite flowers, shoveling them up, and taking them and putting them in our house so they wouldn't die. Because we knew we weren't going to do it. And then you come back from vacation a week, there's weeds all over the place. And these aren't good weeds. These are just crappy weeds that like destroy the value of the
they
town.
don't look nice.
No.
Little tufts.
So there's that. All right. So the next one we have.
Wait,
what
did you say your percentage of farming?
I think it's going to probably be 90. I think we're getting it. I think we're getting it. I think we're getting it before the end of the year.
Wow.
Okay. So what is the possibilities that we get more multiplayer options? Meaning games or things that we could do together. Holly.
Ooh, okay. See, it's just another one of those things that I think I just don't know if they'll like listen to people wanting that. I'm gonna say there's a 10% chance. I just can't see them doing it. I don't know why. I just can't envision them being like, hey, here's an update where you can get all these little tours and like little games and stuff like that you can play together.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to say 20% and no idea if there is a possibility when it's going to be. Honestly, that's just because I would have thought maybe summer would have been when that kind of stuff would have come in.
Okay.
I don't know. Honestly, that's a tough one. I don't think it's very likely.
Pat, what about you?
Yeah, I think if they're either going to do nothing at all or a big multiplayer update. Like, I think I'm leaning more towards like the ability to kick balls around and the community make their own games. Like, I just think that that's going to happen. Or they could just like surprise everyone. You know, I would think this would be next year and be like, hey, you know, Harv's Island now has a multiplayer area, or there's a new like multiplayer island. I think we need it, but it's not a big deal. Like, if they never make a multiplayer option, it's not a big deal. I would say 5%. I'd be really shocked.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying 0. I don't think they're going to give us anything. I think what we got is what we got. I was hoping maybe Tortimer's Island. I don't see that coming back. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I just think it's wishful thinking, to be honest.
The final thing I have for this week is what is the possibilities, Holly? Or this was back to Pat, right? Pat's first on this one? What are the possibilities of a more fluid crafting system?
Ooh.
Like we get an update to the crafting system.
Okay. I think it's very likely. I think they are listening. I'd like to hope that they're listening. And this, I think, is the I mean, it's obviously the brand new mechanic of this game. Like when you think of City Folk, you think of a city. When you think of this game, I think of crafting. Like it's a giant mechanic. So it would kind of be strange if the entire life cycle of this game, like they didn't update the newest feature.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 95%. Like I think what they add to it, maybe more craft. Like I don't think it's gonna be major, but like craft batch, like fish bait and stuff. Man, I want a tool update. I want the gold tools to be the end all. Like,
yeah,
why isn't it? You know? But yeah, I think very, very likely. Very likely.
Holly, what are you thinking?
I think if anything, if anyone's going to say anything about what could they give us that would help, I think that's always going to be at the top of people's lists. More like efficient crafting, you know, build like making things in batches and stuff like that. But part of me feels like it's so painfully obvious that they just won't do it. I don't know why. I just feel like they would have done it already because it was something that was apparent from the get-go that we needed to happen. I'm gonna say 70%, and maybe with the like Halloweeny update, maybe like again if you have to craft like multiple pumpkins or multiple jack-o'-lanterns and stuff like that, maybe. But again, I just feel like maybe they won't listen. I'm not sure.
I think it's 100% chance we get an update. I don't know how much we'll love the update, but I think at some point we're going to get some type of update when it comes to crafting, whether it be the ability to access our storage so we don't have to go back out, or the ability to craft multiple things. I really believe that they hear this and this is being worked on. Because I think it's such a major function that was brought into, and it's the first time, and I can't see them not hearing the complaints and going like, okay, we can make this a little better. You know, because if anything, the one thing we've learned from Nintendo over the past is when it comes to things to speed things up and make it more fluid, they're willing to listen and try. I mean, hell, the whole thing with the Wii U of like the startup screen, like that was created by Miyamoto because it was taking people forever to log in to get the games. So they created this whole second thing on the tablet to get you in the games quicker. I can see them going like, hey man, we know that people are complaining about this. We don't want to lose people that are getting tired of this. Let's fix it. And so I really think that we'll wind up seeing it at some point.
Yeah.
I hope they would look at a game like Stardew. I think Stardew does it pretty well. The aspect I'm talking about is like the chest. You know, if we had a chest where I could put unlimited wood in, or like a certain amount of wood, and just stack it all in, because I don't know if you guys realize, but the island rating, it's all about dropped items. It doesn't matter really about anything else. It's all, so like you have to create your own things, but they're dropped. Like I have a little bench area, but it's still dropped. Yeah. So
that's how it is in Dragon Quest Builders too. Dragon Quest Builders, like you have treasure chests, and then you get the ultimate, this gigantic treasure chest, and it links all the treasure chests together.
Oh wow,
it's awesome. I think it's called like the Colossal treasure chest or something. But it's amazing, you know. So that is all. Thank you guys for watching yet again another episode of Breaking Bells. Remember, every Monday, Wednesday over on Holly's channel, every Tuesday, Thursday my channel. Tomorrow it's gonna be on Pat's channel. That is all.
Gosh.
Peace out, Preston.
Bye.